So y'all, I did get a chance to record me trying Dave's hot chicken. Yeah, that's what it's called, Dave's hot chicken, for the first time. I didn't get to do a mukbang because when I arrived, I didn't even know it was a grand opening. So it ended up being a grand opening. The line was super long, but I do have clips of me actually in line and me actually getting in, and when I ordered the food, but I didn't get to like really share it with you, but it was real good. And so I'm gonna post, some of the video of that, and then when I come back, we gonna do a little story time, and it's gonna get juicy. Oh, and excuse my hoodie because it looks a little wet, but that's because it was raining just now. I got caught in the rain, but I'm hoping that it don't keep going because I didn't bring an umbrella. So, all right, y'all. Hope you enjoy this video. So I finally arrived, and wow, look at that line. That line is crazy. So when I arrived there, I was in total disbelief because I'm like, it ain't no way that this line is that long for Dave's hot chicken. So I seen this on YouTube. It was like a mukbang, and I thought the food looked pretty tasty. So I decided to go. I decided to look up one where I live at, and it just so happened that it was the grand opening. So I am crossing the street, still in disbelief, trying to figure out, is this really Dave's hot chicken? And it is. It looks incredible. But the line is off the chain. You know how impatient I am. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. There's gonna be more to come. I did not get to do a mukbang, but here we go. So I'm here at Dave's Chicken. This is the line. So I gotta get in line in order to even be served here. I did not think this was popular. I just genuinely thought I seen it on YouTube, and I just was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try it out. But it's a real line for this chicken. This is great. I'm a little salty that I came here. This is like whatever. And I came here to this new spot called Dave's. Hold on. I can't even show you, like, because if I get off the line, I feel like somebody gonna take it. But this is this place called Dave's Hot Chicken. And I'm like interested in trying it out because it looks so good. And now it's packed. So let me show you what it looked like. So we finally made it to the outside of Dave's Hot Chicken. The line is getting closer and closer. As you can see, the inside is extremely packed. And I think that, the employees did quite a good job on, keeping the crowd and keeping it organized. But the wait was long and hot. So I'm excited to get in here and taste this chicken. Okay, so I guess I don't feel that bad because I was told that this place just opened today. But she's so big. Oh, Dave's Hot Chicken, my bad. And they was like, oh, it's located here. So that's why I came. But I'm gonna find out that this is the grand opening. Okay, well, I'm fine with the grand opening. So I'm gonna want like 2 sliders by itself. I don't know if they can do it, but that's what I really want. I'm not really craving like fried or anything. I just want like 2 spicy sliders. Like I wonder if I can do that as well. But it doesn't look like it's on the menu. Oh yeah. I didn't know this was a food. I just looked it up I got real personal with y'all, and it's a little dark right now, but I'm heading out, leaving the hotline. I got very, very personal with y'all, and I want to say I was extremely nervous getting personal with y'all. So, I may not be looking at the camera as much, or whatever the case may be, because this was a personal story time, and I'm still like looking all over the place. But yeah, this was a very personal story time for me. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, it's giving, but yeah, I'm at the High Line. I decided to sit down and do my little 1-2 step because it took me out there to get here. I wanted to like kind of do the video during the daylight. Yes, I need my hair done, but I love playing around with it. But yeah, so you already probably seen the clip of me going to Dave's Hot Chicken. I don't know why I keep not remembering the name because it's so weird. But it was a good spot. Like, I really enjoyed it. But let's get into the story time because I've been meaning to tell y'all this for a while. So yeah, I quit my job. We're gonna come up with nicknames because I don't want to put the place on blast, and it's not like a bad thing, but I just don't want to put their name up here. So I went to this place called I worked at this place called Frederick Douglass in Harlem, and like I loved it here for the moment. Like when I first got hired, it was like I was excited. I wanted the job. I wanted, I seen it for me for the moment, and I always wanted to work in Harlem. So it was just like, okay, cool. I wanted to see how it was to work in Harlem. It was fully black owned. It had great qualities. The list goes on and on and on and on. But when I first started working there, it was just so much going on. There was a COVID outbreak. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, so I'm not probably moving as fast as they want me to. So, one of the owners, the male owner, he used to critique me and always say, like, I didn't move fast enough for this. And I'm like, look, I don't want to stress about a job. Like, I like moving at my pace. That me moving at my pace gives me better, guest service or whatever I need to do. Me rushing, it's never gonna be great. So yeah, that was a thing, but I got past it. And then I remember, like, after the COVID outbreak, mind you, I'm still working while everybody else had COVID, so I'm like the only person there. And just felt like underappreciated, of course, by the male owner. But there was a female owner there that I really, really loved. She was the bomb. I really like her. Still gonna like her, and I thank her for having my back. But sometimes you gotta move on for you. And the particular job was breaking my soul. So, in the midst of it all, like, I got hired at a place called Caroline's. It's like one of the biggest comedy clubs in New York. For you new subscribers, I live in New York. I'm from Cincinnati, but I live in New York, so I'm definitely a New Yorker now. So it's no shame. So I got hired at a place called Caroline's, while meantime doing my events and focusing on, developing a career with my acting and all that 1-2 step. So when I got the job at Caroline's, this is my sweatshirt to one of my older jobs. They always had like cute little outfits. So, I enjoy still wearing their clothes, even though, Casa Nomads is no longer. But I enjoyed working there. They was the bomb. They had some good food. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about Frederick Douglass. So, yeah. So, yeah, like, I tried to push through while working my events and so on and so forth. But, like, within 5 months of me working there, if that, I already, like, started looking for jobs and stuff. And I got hired at Caroline's, and I'm going back and forth with this manager that wanted to, like, hire me or whatever. And I ended up not even, taking the job. I just like kept, his information. And I'm like, well, if I change my mind, then sorry about that. Like my iPad keep on lighting up. Um, if I decide to take the job, like I'll notify you or whatever, but it's kind of hard for me to transition from, point A to point B. But I honestly chose Frederick Douglass because I really liked, the woman manager. She was like dope. She always had my back with certain things, and like I said, I'm always gonna be grateful for her. But at the end of the day, my mental health was just going downhill. I found myself not being as nice as I used to be. I found myself, stressed out a lot. I found myself, feeling like I gotta defend myself all the time, like uh, kind of like developing anger, and I didn't know why because I was surrounded around so much negativity, excuse me. And like I try my best to be a positive person. I know that I am a very sweet person. So when I first worked there, my jolly energy was there and everything like that, but it started to go downhill. So it was just like after a year or so of working there, it was just like no more. So I got to the place where it was just like everybody was leaving, dropping like flies, fights breaking out between employees. That traumatized me. Um, Throughout the year of me working, year and a few months of me working there, I can say that it's been multiple shootouts during the summertime. Thank God that he kept me away from there at that time because that would have traumatized me. And there was break-ins at Frederick Douglass too. Since I started, like when I first started, it was like the place was shut down because they was like, oh, we had a break-in, but they didn't get anything. So it's like I wanted to experience working in a black-owned establishment for sure. I feel like they're gonna go far, but yeah, that's why I left, and now a year or so after, I landed a job somewhere that I like, you know. So I'm continuing trying to work there back and forth, but it's getting draining to me, it's stressful to me. You got new management that first of all, before that, I had a female manager there that was disrespectful, cutting hours, doing her little big one on me. So it was just like I put up with that. So you got another one that comes in that's a male that I just can't. Like I tried to get jiggy with him, but I couldn't get jiggy with him. And I'm like, all right, I got a whole nother, company where the girls are saying you could retire. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't giving what it needed to give. So I had to like make a decision, and it was just like dealing with the type of guests that come in there. We have great guests that come in there. I have people that love me and I love them back. Definitely, it's a family vibe, good music, great food. We ain't gonna take away from that. Great food, but when it starts to mess with your mental health, you have to go. I'm not, like, my spirit wasn't good for that place. I'm not tough enough for a place that's, in hardcore Harlem. It just wasn't. So when I got this other job that, really was like super beneficial for me at the moment on so many levels, I had to make a choice, and that was my choice. And my choice was to be somewhere that's going to build me up in a place where I'm not feeling like frustrated, angry, or uncomfortable with certain guests because, they got this type of energy, or they feel like because they're a guest they can talk to you any type of way. You don't talk to me any type of way because I'm not going to go to no establishment talking to people any kind of way. So that's the reason why I said farewell. I had my final straw. Everybody has their final straw. I done cried there. I done tried to stay there. I done did my best. But when Beyonce came out with Break My Soul, I realized that that place was breaking my soul and I had to go, sweetie. So that's your story time, and I hope you enjoyed it because I did my big one and I'm ready to leave this place. But this place is called the High Line. It's a beautiful place, and I'm hearing booming music, and I'm really praying that they don't pick it up for copyright purposes. But yes, so that is my story time for you guys, and I love you guys so much. I hope more of you subscribe. I hope you enjoyed my story time. Hopefully I wasn't giving too much rambling, but yeah, I have a nice vlog coming up for you guys. Blessings. Mwah.